Welcome to Penguins TV. I'm a happy fellow. I'll tell you why. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long 56-game season. And when we were in 6th place, I called it. I said this will be a top 3 team. We might even win the division. And guess what? We just won the division with a 1-0 win over the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo played its game of the year here really well. We played better. They outshot us handily, but we played really well. Really impressed. So what does this mean? This means we get the Islanders in the first round. This means we get home ice advantage for sure the first and second round as long as we win. Okay, so Islanders in the first round is what we wanted. Okay, that means the Bruins get the Capitals, which is what we wanted. Hopefully the Capitals beat the Bruins, and hopefully we'll beat the Capitals. But first things first, we got to beat the Islanders in the first round, hopefully about a week from now. Of note, concerning things, Evgeny Malkin tweaked his knee in the third period. He played a couple shifts afterwards. He stayed on the bench. So it was one of those things, the trainer asked him how he was. He was like, So it hurt. Is it debilitating? No, but I'm sure glad he's going to have at least a week off to get it right. That's scary. Jeff Carter scored again, his 5th goal in 2 games. That was the winner. And Jeff Carter, of all the trade deadline players, leads the league with 9 goals in the past month. So let's get into statistics. Let's talk about all things good in Penguins because we only have 13 and a half minutes left. Okay, here we go. Let's get over to the stat statistics. How do you get this thing? Okay, team stats. Here we go. Okay, so we were getting outshot quite handily at one point. I think the shots at one point were like 19-9 or something. But they ended 29-23 for Buffalo. So why is this a big deal? Well, Jarry and DeSmith are day-to-day, and we want to give them as much time as we can to be ready. We want to have a very healthy team come playoff team. We could have an entire roster healthy come playoff team a week from now. I don't know we will be, but it's possible, and that is really exciting. So we got outshot 29-23 today. The hits were 23-23. We won 24 faceoffs. The Sabres won 23. We were 0 for 2 on the power play, unfortunately. They were 0 for 1, so that's good for us. Our penalty kill was good. They had 4 minutes in penalties. We had 2. Block shots, they had 8. We had 7. Takeaways, we had 14. That's a lot. They only had 4. Giveaways, we had 11. That's too many. They had 8. So that's the team stats. Let's get into what the teams actually looked like. Okay, here we go. Here comes our lineup. Let's start with the 4th line. Our 4th line, of course, is Teddy Blueger, Zach Aston-Reese on left wing, and Colton Sevier on right wing. Now remember, as soon as Brandon Tanev is ready, Colton Sevier will be out, and Brandon Tanev will be in on that 4th line. And if that's not one of the 2 best 4th lines in hockey, I don't know what is. I'm going to give kudos and credit to that big, heavy, scary, mean line on Long Island. Cizikas, Clutterbuck, and Martin. But we would be the other best 4th line in hockey. Blueger, Tanev, and Zach Aston-Reese. Okay? Zach Aston-Reese had no goals, no assists, even 1 shot on goal, 5 hits again. He's had 4 and 5 hits almost every game the last 6 games. It's been beautiful. He had 15 shifts for 11:30 in total ice. 112 of it was shorthanded. Now, that's a little less than I want out of our 4th line, but I get it. I understand it. We have a lot of players demanding ice. I want our 4th line to have no less than 12 minutes a game. I know it's hard to get that. Okay, our center on the 4th line, Teddy Blueger, 0s across the board except for 1 shot. He had a giveaway. He had 15 shifts for 12:27 in total ice. And this is a kids-friendly channel on YouTube, not on Twitch. He had 112 in penalty kill, just like his left winger, Zach Aston-Reese, Z-A-R as I call him. Now, the right winger on that line was Colton Sevier. He had 0s all across the board except for 1 block shot, 1 hit, 12 shifts for 9:33 in ice time. 48 seconds of that was on a penalty kill. So I don't mind him playing 9:48, but I really want Blueger and Zach Aston-Reese, and when Tanev comes back, up around 13 minutes, 12 at the bare minimum. It is what it is. Let's play the 3rd line, and one of our best players lately, and maybe our best line lately, Jeff Carter at center on the 3rd line with Jared McCann. What a duo they are on left wing. And on the right wing, Frederick Gaudreau, man. And I'm going to tell you what, this guy's playing so well now with 6 assists in his last 6 games that it might be tough for Rodriguez to get that spot back. If everybody gets healthy, those are the 2 players that you could see flip back and forth. Everybody else is set. Okay? So Gaudreau's playing really well. Rodriguez is day-to-day. He'll be back for the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. So let's get into it here with Jeff Carter. He had a goal, the game winner, his 5th in 2 games, his 9th since he's been here on the 12th, leading all trade deadline acquisitions. He was +1, fantastic, 3 shots on goal, 1 takeaway, 20 shifts for 14.34 and ice. Now you've heard me say I really want Carter up around 16 minutes a game, no less than 14. He played 14.34 in total ice. 132 was on the power play, 48 seconds on the penalty kill. Do you see why I love this guy so much? What a fit. Let's hope he plays here for years. He'll play at least next year. He's got the wheels to play for years. He could be a new, bigger, more skilled version of Matt Cullen, who we kept till he was like 705. Okay? So Jeff Carter, beautiful. His left winger, Jared McCann, continues to play beautiful. No goals, no assists, but he did have +1. He had 3 shots on goal. He had 1 penalty for 2 minutes, which I didn't love, but it is what it is. And he had 1 hit. He had 19 shifts for 13.53, so he was right there with Carter. He had 1:31 on the power play. I'd like more than that, but we only had 2 power plays, so no big deal. And our right winger was Frederick Goudreau, who I can't say enough good about. He had an assist. He was +1. He had 1 takeaway, 18 shifts for 11.46 in ice. I'm fine with that. He played beautifully. Let's get to the second line where Evgeny Malkin played. He played okay, but the tweaking of the knee, he was avoiding a hit early in the third period, and the way he tweaked his knee, he went down on all fours and slid into the boards. He then sat on the end of the bench. He came back on the ice. He played 2 or 3 shifts. You could tell when the trainer asked him on the bench, how is he? He was like that. So would he play through it in the playoffs? Yes, he would. Am I glad we have at least a week off? Yes, I'm very glad we have at least a week off to get that healthy. But that type of tweak in a knee, man, that could take 2 months to get right. It might be fine in a week, but I am concerned. And this makes the Jeff Carter acquisition absolutely monstrous. If he has to fill in second line minutes and the Bluger line has to move up to 3, then we have to reformulate a new 4th line. Goudreau would go back to 4 with probably Rodriguez, and who knows. As long as it's not Jankowski would be my pray and hope. But we'll see what happens. Let's hope it doesn't go that way. Jankowski's a fine hockey player, but I'd rather play some other guys, okay? So that's Malkin. Let's look at Malkin. He had zeros across the board, except for a takeaway, a giveaway, 17 shifts, and 13.58. So he probably would have ended up around 16 minutes, maybe 17 had he been healthy, but he only played 2 or 3 shifts after that tweak. Okay, I'd say 3. 13.58 in total ice, even strength, 139 on the power play. That's okay. Let's get him healthy again. His left winger, none other than, where are you? Jason Zucker. Zeros across the board with 1 shot, 2 takeaways, 2 giveaways, 20 shifts for 16.17. So I said Malcolm probably would have got up to 17 minutes. That's about accurate. Okay, he had 1:40 on the power play at 16.17. He played fine. And that line played well in the first period. They played fine in the second, and in the third, the lines were a little jumbled, okay? Now let's look at our right winger, Kasperi Kapanen. Zeros across the board with a hit, 21 shifts, 16.09 in total ice, 132 on the power play. Now let's get to the big line, of course, the other big line, our other number 1 unit. Crosby, Jake Gensel on the left, and Brian Rust on the right. Sidney Crosby, zeros across the board with 3 hits, 3 takeaways. He played very, very well. I didn't want him playing more than 19 minutes. He played 20-31. I'll be fine with that. 23 shifts, 220 on the power play. His left winger, that Jake Gensel fella, zeros across the board with 3 shots, 1 hit, 2 takeaways, 23 shifts, and 20-36 in ice time. 228 of it was on the power play. He got thrown into the boards awkwardly at the end of the game. He was fine. We got a power play out of it, but it was a little awkward, a little scary. He took it well. Right winger, Brian Rust, zeros across the board with 2 block shots, a giveaway, 23 shifts, and 20.05 in total ice. 228 if it was on the power play. Our forwards are good. My only concern is about Evgeny Malkin. Okay, it's a tweak. He'll probably play the first game of the playoffs next week, and I'll be concerned about it. Because a feeling like that, if you've ever done something like that to your knee, it can linger for months, okay, if that's what it is. I don't know that. I'm just going based on what I see, okay? I'm not there. I'm not a trainer. I'm just telling you what I see, okay? Well, let's get into the defense. Cody Ceci, is turned his career around after 2 really subpar years, has come to Pittsburgh here and totally rejuvenated his career. It doesn't seem to matter who we put on the second line with him. Mike Matheson, he plays well. Then Mark Friedman comes in for 3 games and he plays well. And then today they bring in Chad Rudwheel, our true number 7 defenseman, 7-8 now with Friedman, and he played well with him. CC has been dynamite, 1808 in total ice, 112 of it was on the penalty kill, 21 shifts, 2 giveaways, uncharacteristic, 2 takeaways, 1 hit, a block shot, and 2 shots on goal. He was good. Brian Dumoulin, let's go to Cody Cece's partner, Chad Rudwheel. 2 shots on goal. He had 1 giveaway, but it was really a puck jump on bad ice. Not going to blame him for it. Cody Cece got back and gave the guy in the breakaway a hassle, but Maxime Legacy is who you really want to help there and say, thank you, Maxime, let's buy you dinner. Rudwheel played 12 minutes and 45 seconds, perfect, just to get him ready for when he's in the playoffs. You know at some point he's going to have to play, okay? He had no power play, no penalty kill time. 12:45 is perfect for a number 7-8 defenseman. Not many guys can go 30 games without playing and come in and play well like Rudwheel has done for 3 or 4 years well with us now. Really like the guy, can't say enough about him. Okay, he had 4 hits, which is dynamite with 12:45 in time on ice and 19 shifts in total, 2 shots. That was the second pair. Now let's go back to the first pair. Brian Dumoulin, our number 1 shutdown defenseman, one of the 10, 12 best defensive defensemen in the NHL. 2 shots on goal, 4 hits, 21 shifts, 23:10 in ice time. A little bit heavy. It is what it is. He had 1:12 on the penalty kill. He played well. Chris Letang, his partner, our stud of a defenseman, 2 shots on goal, 0s across the board, 2 block shots, a hit, a giveaway, 24 shifts and 25:59. Didn't love that, but with Rudwheel in the lineup, you wanted to balance his minutes. I would have preferred that Letang only played 23 minutes tonight. It is what it is. What are you going to do? He can certainly take the minutes. 2:28 if it was on the power play. I'm running out of time here. I'm looking at the clock. And 48 seconds on the penalty kill. Let's get to the third pair. Marcus Pettersson is changing my opinion of him. Since Mike Matheson went down and Marcus Pettersson was thought of as our 6th best defenseman, now that boost, that little boost in ice time, and him knowing that maybe he's not the 6th best defenseman on the team now, he's maybe the 5th best defenseman on the team now. What a difference in his play the last few games. He had a goal and assist 3 games ago. He had an assist last game. He had no points today, but you can see the confidence in his game. He hasn't taken any penalties for 3 straight games. Love it. He hasn't made any terrible turnovers for 3 straight games. Love it. Really like the difference I see in his game and his confidence. Big difference in Marcus Pettersson. He was +1. He had a shot on goal. He had a block shot, 20 shifts for 17:40 in ice time. Great. I would have liked to seen him play another 1.5 tonight and get that off Letang, but it is what it is. 1:25 on the power play tonight. Wow, is all I have to say about that. That's fine, and he showed it. He looked really good. He looked aggressive, but didn't make any dumb mistakes. I'm impressed, Mr. Pettersson. His partner with +1 and 2 shots on goal and 2 hits, a giveaway and a takeaway, 21 shifts at 18:59 in total ice. Again, I'm not sure why he didn't play 20 minutes, but it is what it is. 57 seconds on the power play, 48 seconds on the penalty kill. Marino was fantastic. He always is. That's our defense, okay? Maxime Legacy was the story of the game besides the Rudwheel and how well he played and Malkin tweaking the knee. He was 29 for 29. He was assaulted. They didn't have a ton of grade A chances, but they had some really good chances, and he stopped them. And he's making a believer out of me. Maybe we are a 3-goaltender organization now, because you've heard me for 3 months now saying, oh, God, I'm scared about our 3rd-string goalie. Today, he gave me a lot of hope going to the playoffs. I think it's good for our team to have that. So that's the way we played. I'm very pleased. It was a playoff-type atmosphere. I have about a minute left here before I'm out of time. Feel really good about this team. There's a chance we are fully healthy when we start the playoffs in a week to 10 days. That's a rumor. I don't know that's when we're going to start. Malkin's leg tweak, that's a concern to me. I hope he's okay. I hope he's fine. Rodriguez is day-to-day. Matheson is skating with a cage. So that face injury was worse than I realized. Tanev is skating. I think he's going to be ready in the first round. I don't know if he'll be ready for the beginning of the first round. DeSmith is getting close, and Jari is fine as well. Expect our goaltenders to be healthy. Expect Matheson back. Expect Rodriguez back. My concern is Tanev and Malkin. Okay? If Malkin doesn't need to be back, why do it? Be excited. We won the division. First place. home ice advantage through the first 2 rounds. I'm very happy. We get the Islanders and a deaf ear in the first round, but that's okay. I'm excited. I will be back with more, even though there's no Penguins hockey for a little while. I'll be back soon. Have a great day. Comment down below. See y'all soon. Go Penguins.